The chalk line has been my friend for many years, but today I'm introducing a new tool that's going to replace this. This is it right here. This is the Bosch 360-degree 3-plane laser level. I want to show you how this works and all the advantages with this. Let's get started. Here we go. Hey, check it out, you guys. We're not in a club, we're in my work corner, and this is the Bosch 360-degree self-leveling laser line level and alignment tool. As you can see how it's self-leveling, I'm just kind of twisting it into place. It has some really cool features. Let me turn the light on so I can show you what I'm talking about. So here it is. Let me give you a close look at it. This is a GLL3-300. So it has 3 red lasers, 3 different planes. So there's one that goes this way right here, one that goes this way, and one that goes that way. So they're at 90-degree angles. My plan for this video is to quickly show you all the features and benefits of this tool right here. I hope to do it in under 10 minutes. So by the time you finish watching this video, you'll see if investing in this is right for you. So now I'll show you what's included in the box. So the first thing is a laser, as I showed you that. I'll give you a close-up look at that in a minute. And then there's this mount right here. It's the Bosch Professional BM1. I'll show you a little bit more how this works in a second, but this will adapt to many different things. And then there's this red target finder right here. This will help see the laser light. Let me turn it on a minute. Out in the daylight or at a distance. As you can see, it's picking it up. And then if I go to the vertical line, so at a distance, this is going to come in handy. And the last thing is this carrying case to store the laser in. So it does have pretty decent padding. You can also put it around your belt with that loop right there if you want to carry it that way. I've read on some of the reviews that some people would like to have a harder shell case. But overall, I'd say it has pretty decent padding in it. So as long as you don't throw this at the bottom of the pile of stuff, you'll be okay. What I like about this tool right here is that it's very easy to use. If you can see right here, there's just a few buttons. There's 2 different positions for on. The first one is locked, so I'll turn it there. And if you want to do something at an angle, let's say you're trying to put like a handrail for a stair going up, or if you're doing like some tile and it's at a diagonal, what happens when you put it at an angle like that, it's going to blink the whole time. So that way it lets you know that it's not level. So if you have it kind of close to level and it's blinking, don't trust that for being level. And then the next one right there, I have to make sure not to look at that. That's one of the important things. When you're turning it on, just make sure everything's not right in your line of sight or anybody else around you. So if you put it to the unlock position, then it's going to self-level. See if I can hold it straight there. And then it just, my hand's probably shaking a little bit, but after, I'm guessing about 4 or 5 seconds, it will self-level. Maybe it'd be better if I just set it down. As you can see it's pretty much self-leveling really quick right there. All right, so let me show you how these buttons over here work. So, all right, there I'm gonna turn it to the unlock position so it'll self-level. And if you can see this laser button right here, all you do is you just keep pushing that to toggle between the different positions. So right now it's just giving you one horizontal level right there. Hit it again, then it gives you this vertical one right there. Hit it again, then it gives you 2 different lines. So these right here are 90-degree angles. Let me show you. All right, so check this out. This is a perfect 90-degree angle. There, see? So you got a perfect 90-degree angle there, 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 and there. So, actually, if you want to make a 4-square quart, imagine how easy this would be. So now I'm back on the horizontal one right there. So if you can see that button right there, you can toggle between on and off. So it's kind of hard to see right here, but if you look at a distance, if you have it off, it'll make the line brighter. If you turn it on, if you turn that on, then that's meant to work with a laser detector. It doesn't work with this one right here, but Bosch makes a couple different ones that you can get. I'll have a link to those down below, and those will help detect this laser right here. If you're outside working in the daylight and you're 300 feet away, you can use one of their upgraded ones, the models, to work with this. This one, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this works with my DeWalt laser right here. I've had this one for at least 10 years. I often pair this with this right here. So that's it right there, very simple. Let me show you some applications. I think this will come in really handy and pay for itself. I want to show you 4 ways as a home builder how I would use this laser, where it would come in handy. Okay, number 1. First of all, if the house is relatively close to the road, somewhere between like 100 to 200 feet to the road, I want to make sure that the house is relatively square to the road. So this laser will come in handy for that. Number 2, when you have the road, and then let's say I'm doing a ranch style house, which is the main part is rectangle like that, that laser will come in handy for getting that square. And if you're on some uneven ground like the side of a hill, that especially comes in handy. Number 3, once the house is on the land, if I am installing, say this is the back of the house, a sump pump, and it's going underground to like a daylight drain, this laser will come in handy for shooting the grade, so I always have the fall that I need. The number 4 item, which may not be necessarily in order, if I'm going out with a customer and we're looking at their land for the first time, trying to see if we're going to have a walkout basement, I normally meet with them and the excavator, and then we would shoot for grade and make sure that the top of the land to somewhere near the bottom, we have at least 6 feet. That's what we need to work with to get a walkout basement. If it's anything less than that, then it gets difficult and you have to bring in dirt and raise the foundation up. So that is probably one of the most popular things we do right from the start. Let's take a close look at the box just so I can give you some of the exact specs on it. Accuracy up to 3/32 of an inch at 30 feet. The range of this is up to 200 feet without a receiver and up to 300 feet with the optional receiver. So the weight of this is 1.8 pounds, and this does feel like it has good stability to it, like it's not top heavy, so if you have it sitting out there, it wouldn't just fall over in a light breeze. And as you can see right here, it has the Visimax technology, which monitors the power consumption and tool temperature to maximize the line visibility and extend the battery life. It delivers fast job setup from one initial point. So when you switch this over to receiver mode, then you can use it with those optional, the LR8 or the LR6 laser receivers. So this is important right here. It has a robust overmolded construction. So it is dust resistant and splash resistant. So it's not like waterproof, but if you're outside and all of a sudden it starts sprinkling, you don't have to freak out that it's gonna completely destroy this. It does have that splash protection. And the other thing I want to mention, it does come with 4 AA batteries. Now that we're inside, I'll show you how the Bosch works with the professional BM1 mount right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you with a suspended ceiling or drop ceiling. This is where I think it's going to come in really handy. So I already have a drop ceiling down here in my basement, but I'm going to just show you how this clip right here works. So that would mount on that right there. So right now it's down probably about 1 inch from the bottom of this. So if I want to go around the whole room right here, what I would do is raise this up. Right here is the fine micro tuning. Just have it right underneath it and then twist that to lock it in place. And this whole room right here has a red chalk line essentially all the way around. And then when you're done with it, you can just easily squeeze that and take it down. Very simple. All right, now I'll show you the next way. If you want to put this like on a flat table. So this is my ping pong table. As you can see, the 2 legs, they folded out. Then you just turn that on, and right there you have your laser ready to go. Then another way this can be used, this part comes off right here, and right here you have a magnet, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, check that out. And then right there, if you can see through that, that is where you can screw that right to the wall. And there's another feature that this mount works with. It's the optional telescoping pole. I think it goes from like 4.5 feet to 11.5 feet. So you would take this off and you can mount that to the pole there, or horizontally or vertically. I haven't used it or tried it out yet, but I understand that it works well. I will put a link to that down below. So now I want to show you what some lines look like outside in the snow. I took it outside last night, like right at dusk, and then a little bit later when it was completely dark, just so you can see like what the line looks like. So if you don't have the receiver, you can definitely, in the dark or at dusk or early in the morning, use this and rely on just the laser itself, and it definitely works for 300 feet. I find this handy for so many things. Just being able to square things up, getting that 90-degree angle, perfect. This is going to come in really handy for that. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. What would you use this for? What would it save you the most time instead of running a chalk line or getting some levels out? Please put that comment down below. All right, I hope I was able to cover all the essentials of this 3-axis laser level. If there's something that I left out or you want to read the reviews on it, I have a link down below to the Home Depot website where you can check out more about it. If you find this video review interesting and informative, please help support my channel by giving it a thumbs up. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.